The web of light is a matrix of God's energy which holds all the codes and records of the universe and its highest potential. Quantum codes, codes of creation, and codes of expansion or contraction are held within the web of light. It holds the Akashic records of every soul, every thought, and every event that there has ever been or will ever be. When all the universes reach a state of peace, they reach their highest potential. In reality, the universe and the matrix of light is infinite and is constantly growing. So peace once achieved will still produce further growth of the universe through learning, observing, and being. As souls learn about love and light, they grow in consciousness. As their consciousness expands, they observe their life from a different perspective, and with elevated levels of love and light, the soul learns to no longer strive, but instead to just be. It is at this point, where all souls reach the state of being, that we reach 0 point. At 0 point, a silence goes out. The sound of creation is activated, the sound of Om. And then the whole process begins over, from a higher octave or dimension. 0 point is the point where all creation begins again, but on a higher level of consciousness. 0 point is an event that is reached as consciousness reaches the state of being, reaches a state of non-judgment and non-striving. Once 0 point is reached in the universe, then a new timeline of evolution begins on a higher level of consciousness, moving Earth from 4D to 5D. 0 point is reached when the collective consciousness reaches critical mass. Critical mass is where the totality of all consciousness combined creates enough impetus for the planet to reach a state of acceptance, non-judgment, and a state of flow, not striving. The individual soul would be spending their lives in a state of acceptance and joy. They would be vibrating peace. When people reach this state of being rather than striving, then the individual soul would be spending their life in a state of acceptance and joy. They would be vibrating peace even in times of change or adversity, because their faith would propel them to believe in a higher source of love, and this would sustain them through any changes, internal or external. Faith in something outside of themselves brings people to a place of peace and allows them to stay in their essence of flow rather than striving. The web of light, which is a quantum structure holds all the codes, the tools and vibrations to sustain life on Earth and in the universe. Essentially, it is the life force or the source of planet Earth, the universe, and beyond. The life source within the web of light, the quantum structure, is overseen by God. It operates under God's ultimate supervision. God is not above or outside of the quantum structure. God is in and of everything you can see and everything you can't see. But ultimately, the direction of the web of light is overseen by God. God uses the codes and the keys within the web of light, the quantum structure, to reach people when they are ready to acknowledge a higher power. The codes and keys are always freely available to everyone, but they can only be heard or assimilated at a time when a person's vibration is equal to the code that is needing to be downloaded. The keys and codes will always be available and ultimately protect everyone, but will in effect be invisible to people's awareness until their consciousness is ready to receive them. It is possible for souls to never awaken to a higher level of consciousness, and so the teachings of the light packets within the quantum structure are never absorbed or requested. The light packets is another term for receiving quantum information from the web of light or the quantum structure. A quantum structure is made up of mathematical equations which are the basis for the whole of life. Everything is energy. All matter, cells and thoughts have a vibration or an energy, and this energy is made up or interpreted through quantum mathematical equations. The universe is partly made up of quantum physics, but also it is made up of quantum sounds and vibrations which quantum physics does not yet entirely understand. God names this energy love. To a certain extent, love is a mathematical equation, as every emotion and thought is driven by an energy or a consciousness. The quantum structure is a construct of consciousness which has been converted into quantum science so that people can try to make sense of it on a logical, earthly basis. Quantum physics is a useful interpretation to help scientists understand and quantify the meaning of life, the existence of life, the beginning and end of time. It helps science to make sense of a complex set of information so that they can explain the existence of the universe. Quantum explains that a quantum leap is possible or is in action. Put quantum structure together and you have a framework made and overseen by God to allow the quantum leaps to occur. The universe is designed with spiritual laws. One law being that people must have free will. So the quantum structure, the web of light, creates an energetic space holding everything steady and in place until such a time as humanity chooses to engage or activate the codes and the keys within their individual consciousness. The web of light on the whole remains constant, like a security blanket around the world. The thing that changes is the consciousness of humanity within and around it. It is not possible to measure consciousness through quantum science, but quantum science is used to try and understand in earthly terms what is happening from a logical or mathematical viewpoint. In reality, consciousness is a sound, a vibration, which ultimately can only be measured by the spiritual heart. The spiritual heart understands and responds to consciousness and its vibration. Science tries to find a way to measure that phenomena so that it makes sense to us on Earth. The marker or measure for consciousness should be: am I more peaceful today than I was yesterday? Spiritual measurements are based on feelings, not maths. Although mathematical equations are used crudely to try and make sense of spiritual evolution in earthly terms.